Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to plant elephant ears indoors, and I ordered these online and they arrived yesterday. So I am going to unbox them and I'm going to plant them in these containers. Now I bought two types of elephant ears. I bought a gigantic Thailand elephant ear, which supposedly grows to about 6-7 feet tall, and a Colocasia Esculenta elephant ear, which is a smaller plant. The giant ones I'm going to plant here, the smaller ones I'm going to plant here. I have 3 giant and 20 smaller ones. Judging by the size of the bag, these are the Esculenta Colocasia elephant ears. And this one, these are the giant ones. Now, why do you want to plant them inside? Well, it takes a long time for them to grow. It could be a month, month and a half, and sometimes 2 months for them to start growing in their container. So when last frost rolls around at your property, wherever you are, you'll be able to plant them outside. And these are the giant Thailand elephant ears. Now in my case, my last frost is not till May 15th. I live in planting zone 5A, so it's pretty cold up here. You probably can tell right behind me, today is April 1st, but I still have snow on the ground. So, and even if the temperatures went up tomorrow, it doesn't matter because the ground is still frozen. So, yeah, again, these are my 3 bulbs, but elephant ears are called combs, C-O-M-S. So my combs, my 3 big combs, are gonna go again on my big bucket, and they come with instructions. If you buy elephant ears, follow whatever instructions they come with. Now if you live in a warm climate, you can just plant these on the ground right away, but up here I can't. I need to get ready. Now if I plant them on the ground come May 15th, it's not going to take, it'll take about a month and a half before I see any growth. So I want to start them now, start them early. Look at that. These are smaller. See that? Now one thing to keep in mind, and I've grown these before, years ago in Jersey at my previous property, is that the plant may not reach a 6 or 7 feet high this year. But if you save your seeds or your combs, next year your combs will be a lot bigger and your plants will grow bigger. So my first year, year 1, 2023, my plants will be probably, this one specifically, maybe 3-4 feet. But next year I do expect a bigger plant from the seeds. The same as my smaller ones. These will probably be like a foot and a half, but next year, again, they should be a lot bigger. And I've seen that before when I planted these many years ago. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use a potting mix. You can use any potting mix to plant your seeds indoors, okay? Now when you water them lightly, not a whole lot, because if you water them too much, then it'll rot your seed or your comb. And now I'm trying to figure out which one is, how do I plant it? Do I plant it this way or do I plant it that way? Hard to tell on this one. Or you can also plant them sideways if you can't figure it out, right? I'm gonna have to Google this one. I see kind of like a knot there. I wonder if that is a root. And it looks like, yes, it looks like that is the root. The roots are gonna come from below the bigger part. The same with this. And yes, guys, they come with instructions. You see that? Just follow whatever it's on your instruction sheet. So I have my potting mix in this old trash can that I no longer use. And guys, when it's time for you to take them outside and plant these plants outside, in my case mid-May, put them in partial sun, not full sun, partial sun. And I love these tropical looking plants. As a lot of you know, I lived in the island of Puerto Rico for 7.5 years when I was a kid, and elephant ears reminds me of what is it, gigantea. It reminds me of yame, not yame, what is the other one, malanga. It has the same look. Can I eat these like I can malanga? I don't know, maybe. All right, let me put this here. It's a lot easier. So I'm gonna plant one giant on one of the bigger pots, and I'm thinking about planting maybe four seeds on the smaller pots. So by next month, once they start growing, then I'll put one on a pot of its own. Again, on these giants, the thick part goes down. That's where the roots are gonna come out of. And I'm just gonna plant it not too deep, maybe an inch or two on the potting mix. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. There we go, guys, and this is what it should look like. That's the top part. I'm gonna fill that up a little bit more. And I'm gonna take 4 of the smaller ones and I'm gonna plant them in its own container. But like I said, by next month, once the plants start growing, then I'll put them in their own containers. All right, guys, and these are the small ones. This is what they look like, and now I'm just gonna fill it up. All right, so I have 2 pots, and now I'm gonna finish the rest. All right, guys, change of plans. I've been reading the instructions over the last couple of minutes, and the instructions for the Thai elephant ear, I can't make heads or tails of this. What is top, what is the bottom? So the instructions say to plant them sideways, and keep in mind that they must be completely covered in soil, because if not, they'll die. So I'm gonna dig a hole here one more time, and there we go. At least an inch below the soil level. So again, these, they go sideways, and these, I thought that the bigger part was the bottom part, but it isn't. The big part goes up and the smaller part goes down. And I can tell here that there are a bunch of little holes at the bottom. That tells me that that's where the previous roots were. Let me see if I can, if you can see, you see there's a bunch of little holes at the bottom. That's where the roots were previously. So yes, you want the smaller part to go down. I'm gonna take these out and plant them the right way. Make sure again that they are completely underground. And then water lightly. And check them every couple of days. So again, follow the instructions that came with your elephant ears. So I'm gonna finish the others, and with this part we are done here. So for those mechanics out there, stay tuned for the next part. I have a question for you. And don't forget to put your pots in a warm place. I'm in my basement right now, and the temperature here is about 75 to 80 degrees. And they are next to all my other plants. Got about 6 deer back there. So this is a question for the mechanics. About 6 months ago, I bought a brand new battery for my car. And I haven't used my car in 2 weeks until yesterday. I tried. And what happened was that the car, when I tried to start it, nothing would happen. Not even a single light will come on inside the car. So I brought out my battery charger and I charged the battery for 2 hours. When I tried to turn it on, a few lights would turn on inside the car, but still it will not crank up. So I charged it for another hour, and then I put it on fast start, and it did come on. Immediately after the car started, I took it out on a major road here, and I rode it for maybe 20 minutes at 50 or 50 miles an hour. And that should have charged the battery completely or close to completely. But anyway, when I came out here this morning, this is what happens. Nope, nothing. The battery is drained again. Now this morning, a few lights turned on, but the car did not. So yeah, the battery is completely drained. So I'm gonna have to charge it again. So I'm gonna have to take out the battery today, take it inside the house and charge it overnight. The cables are tight. They've always been tight. And like I said, this is only 6 months old. There is no reason for this to be dead so soon. Since the battery is relatively new, there's no reason why the battery would have discharged so quickly. Let's take it out. Look at that, guys. The terminals are clean. You see that? They're brand new. And off to charging it goes. I've had this charger for about 25 years. It served me well. So I have it set to 12 volts, 10 amps charge. I'm going to charge its battery overnight. Okay, let me go ahead and plug it in. All right, and when I come back tomorrow morning, it should be fully charged. This battery is 690 cold cranking amps, 690 CCAs. I have an Acura RL 2006, and I don't think there's anything wrong with my charging system. I do not get any indicator lights inside the car, and I also checked for any lights on inside the car, and all the lights were off. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything is as normal as always. So I'm wondering, what could it be? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna charge this battery overnight, which it's one thing I didn't do yesterday. I only drove the car for 20 minutes at 50, 55 miles an hour, and I thought that would be enough. But I could be wrong. Hopefully by tomorrow, this battery will be fully charged. I'm gonna connect it to the car and drive it down to Amsterdam, which is about a 25-minute drive from here and back. Hopefully the charge will hold. I'm gonna check my alternator cables in the car to make sure none of them are loose. I mean, probably not. I would have a warning on my dashboard if there was such a problem, but nothing. So today is Tuesday, the 28th of March. And if everything works out, you're gonna see this video Saturday, April 1st. Not an April Fool's joke, by the way. I know it's April Fool's, but this is not a joke, it's real. But if everything is working fine by that date, I'll put it in the comments that everything's working okay. Maybe the battery just needed to be fully charged. But if that is not the issue, if the battery somehow discharges again, for you mechanics, what do you think the problem could be? Again, look at the comments below. I'll pin my comment to the top if everything is working fine. And if not, I'll let you know there as well. But if I have a different issue, if you guys think I have a different issue, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we can all learn from you guys. This to me is a first. As you saw, the cables were tight. Don't know. Look at that, the needle went down. It was up here a little bit ago, and now it's about halfway. Yeah, but why would a battery discharge so quickly in 2 weeks? It's the next day, and the battery charged overnight. Time to install it. And guys, it's a nice day. It's a nice morning. It's only 37 degrees. Let me show you. Ah, and it feels great here today. Oh, 36. And you can hear the rooster in the background. It's nice and sunny. Ah, I'm enjoying this type of weather. I know, it feels like it's only 36, but it feels like 55 or 60. I don't know. I might be getting used to the cold weather. I don't feel cold at all, believe it or not. Again, 36. Okay, battery's on. Let's go test it. And it should be fine. All right, now I'm gonna drive it to Amsterdam and back. And while in Amsterdam, might as well pick up a few things. All right, cut it out. Oh, did I tell you? Yesterday, one of the roosters, El Guapo, he came after me and he pecked my leg, the back of my leg, and I felt it. It was, he tried to bite it. And the other one came after me too this morning, and I think he was gonna peck me as well, but then I tried to reach out for him, and he ran away. But yeah, I think they're getting a little bit more aggressive than they have been in the past. Why? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted me to feed them more. Who knows? And the next time one of them tries to peck me, I'm gonna mention chicken soup. Let's see how that works. All right, guys, we just came from the store, and let's see how the chickens respond. Check this out. Look at that. Because they think I'm gonna give them a snack or something to eat. You see that? Yeah, they're funny though. They're all here except for Carmen. She's all the way over there, but she didn't get the memo. And those two over there under the tree, by the way, they love to be under that tree for whatever reason. So, all right, guys, I'll be back with a snack. I better have some eggs. Hopefully I'll have 3 or 4 more eggs. So the car's doing well, guys. It appears to be charging. So let's park it back there. So the car will not start again today. Today is Friday. We're gonna test the alternator. So what I did is I charged it again, and we're gonna do something different now. Okay, the battery's back on. So this is what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do, once we start the car, we're gonna take out the positive battery cable. If the car keeps running, then it's the battery. But if the car stops running, then it's the alternator. There you go, guys. The positive battery terminal is off, but the car is still running. It's a battery. That's a very good way to know whether it's your battery or alternator. See, if the alternator was bad, the car should have stopped running. And there is one other way to test this. We're gonna test the battery voltage. If when I give it gas, if the voltage goes up, the alternator is doing its job. All right, guys. Let's test it. All right, Maria. All right. There we go, guys. So when my wife gives it gas, voltage goes up slightly. So the alternator is doing its job. It's the battery. However, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, so we know now that the alternator is working as it should. So it's not that. I think it's a battery, but why would the battery drain overnight? Could it be a parasitic draw? Meaning when you leave a light on inside the car, glove box, the trunk, sometimes when you leave those lights on, it will mess up your battery, and the next day you can't start it, okay? It will drain your battery. But I double checked, triple checked all my lights inside the car. Nothing. Everything is working as it should. Everything's off anyway. So I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to put everything together and come back again tomorrow and try to turn the car on. However, I'm gonna go out for a ride and, I don't know, ride it for like 10-15 minutes or so. All right, I just went for a ride. Not that it's gonna make any difference because we know that the alternator's charging. Could it be a parasitic draw? I doubt it. All the lights are off everywhere. Let me check. See, these lights come on, but they do turn off when the door closes. All of the door lights are off. Yep, there's only one more light, and that will be in the trunk right there. But there is a way for me to check it from inside through that port. All right, so there should be no parasitic draw. If I can't resolve this by tomorrow, then we're gonna have to replace the battery. I'm gonna have to take it back to the location where I bought it, and yeah, it does have a 3-year warranty, so I'll just get another one. Okay, let's go get some huevos, and the welcoming committee is coming up to the gate. Look at them. But I gotta watch out for those 2 roosters now. Somehow they developed a need to peck me. All right, let's run. Look at that. Wow. All right, guys. All right. Hey. Guapo. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out, mister. I'm going to turn you into a chicken soup. All right. Oh, he's getting feisty. This is what chicken soup looks like. Here you go, Guapo. That could be you. Okay? Take a look. Take a look. All right. All right. Do I have any more? I had 4 this morning, around 8. I have 2 more. That's 6. And this one is cracked. Do I have any inside the coop? Nope. But there'll be more later. Guys, I just had to grab him and show him who's boss. Who's the boss? I know you are a Guapo, but I'm the boss here, okay? All right. He's looking at me like, all right, I'm gonna let you go, but you need to get used to it. If not, he'll be pecking me every day. He'll be chasing me. All right, guys, so what to watch next? I'm gonna link 2 videos here on my left and 2 videos here on my right, especially if you wanna learn how to raise baby chicks. I should make another video on how to make chicken soup.